March 13th, 2021. Our last day. We are leaving this morning. We have one last look at the Smoky Mountains, and you can see why they get their name.
Going back to Ohio.
Going back to Ohio. I hope this does not cause cancer. Oh, so we're heading back to home.
Amen.
The heart of it all. But we do have a stop along the way. Stopping at Lincoln's burial place.
His birthplace.
Birthplace.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun but long day.
Very long, crazy day.
Everybody pack extra salt. We may have to eat horse rations.
Oh. Now that's good history.
Now it's time to get back on the road, something new. Tired of being stuck behind the bar. So now we are in Hodgenville, Kentucky. Why are we in Hodgenville, Kentucky? Because this is where Abraham Lincoln was born. Most people recognize him as an Illinois man, but he was born here in Kentucky. It's free to the public, so therefore it is clearly worth the admission. History tells us the Lincoln family started in colonial America with Samuel Lincoln. Sailing from England in 1637, his descendants would start in New Jersey and move through the country, from New Jersey to Pennsylvania, Virginia, and eventually settling in the Kentucky wilderness in 1782. A trail barely blazed only 7 years earlier by Daniel Boone. Abraham Lincoln was born on February the 12th, 1809 in Hodgenville, Kentucky, on Sinking Spring Farm. Named for its iconic sinkhole spring on the property, it was a simple one-room cabin of about 16 feet by 18. It had a small fireplace, a single window, and a small door, and a shingled roof. The original cabin his father, Thomas Lincoln, built all those years ago could not stand the natural wear of erosion. However, a New York businessman named A.W. Dennett made a replica which was originally put on the property and then taken apart and displayed over and over all around the country. In 1906, the then owner of the farm, Robert Collier, along with several well-known people, including Mark Twain, formed the Lincoln Farm Association in 1906 to preserve his birthplace. That same year, they would raise over $350,000 from over 100,000 citizens to build the memorial on the property to commemorate our 16th president. 2 presidents would be involved in the establishment of this historic place. President Theodore Roosevelt would lay the cornerstone in 1909 and was known for creating the National Park System, which would protect this and other presidential treasures. President William Howard Taft would finish it by dedicating the finished marble structure in 1911. Used to house the symbolic cabin seen today at the park, Abraham Lincoln Birthplace National Historic Site would be official in 1959. The park became a major attraction, and eventually there would need to be accommodations. In 1928, the inn was established, and in 1929, 4 small cabins were added to the property. It was named after the mother of Abraham Lincoln, Nancy, and just as a mother would, sits not too far from the foot of the memorial. As of right now, with COVID restrictions, there are complications with staying there. But hopefully soon, we will start to reopen and return to our lovely treasures. We can start returning to this fun little resting place just across the way from the memorial. I encourage you to definitely check this place out if you are ever in the area. I cannot imagine that Thomas Lincoln had any idea that moving his family to this beautiful part of Kentucky would really help develop a man that would not only change the country, but in some ways change the world. It is important to always know where we come from, and this is a great example of how Americans appreciate the simplest of beginnings. It really is a perfect example of the American dream.